Today is Saturday, January 24th. Let's go with the games happen on January 23rd, Friday night. The first one is the Rockets. They beat Detroit 111-104. KD, fairly low scoring game, but KD played 41 minutes, 32 points, plus 18. Wonderful game from KD, 5 threes, with the steal and a block. KD on the season, he is a little bit, I would say, like, yeah, he started playing a lot better as of late. Right now, he's the 19th ranked player, and then he played 37 games as well. Missed a couple, but for the most part, fairly healthy. I'm sorry, he played 41 games. So if you draft him in the third round, I think you're getting your value back. Um, but most of his value coming from his efficiency and, of course, the scoring. This year, his rebound numbers really dipped. The defense numbers, only point 0.7 steals. Still have a block, but really it's all about the efficiency. He's also turning the ball over a bunch this year, 3.1 turnovers. So overall, happy with KD's production. Jabari Smith, a big game here, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 10 points, and 10 rebound, 11 points. Yeah, Jabari Smith, he just kind of, in the 80 and 90th range. He's never really going to be that good on this team because he's not going to score a lot. So for him, it's about, can he get those defensive stats? He's a tall dude, so how many blocks can he really get? Shengun had how do you get 1 rebound? Jabari had 10, Shengun only got 1, 5 assists and 2 steals. Could be better. Josh Okogie played 35 minutes. They have a couple guys out. I think Tari Eason was out. I'm trying to think what other guys are out. A couple guys are out from the Rockets. Let me see. Steven Adams is out. They have Reed Shepard came off the bench, played 25 minutes. He started getting more minutes as of late. So if you want to pick him up, just he can surprise you every once in a while, go off with 30 points. But it's very clear he doesn't have consistent minute on this team, and he's coming off the bench every time. Because the identity of the Rockets is still defense. So putting him out there is, it doesn't make sense. The opposing team just going to keep going at Reed Shepard. Look at their starting five. Like, they got size, length. Defensively, it's great. Amen Thompson, of course, played 40 minutes. Good. He's being a lot more consistent getting those defensive stats as of late. For Detroit, Kate Cunningham, he's being very quiet. And just a 20th ranked player. For a little stretch earlier this season, he was popping off every game. 8 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Like, 8 assists, 2 steals is still good. It's just the volume of just 1 rebound here. Had 6 turnovers, 5 personal fouls. Probably a good buy low opportunity for Kate right now. Isaiah Stewart played 25 minutes. If you want blocks, he always give you that. He had 0 here. Jalen Duren played 26 minutes. They all struggled across the board. And this is the case where, because the starters not playing well, they give the bench players more minutes. Tobias Harris goes 1 for 6. Sar Thompson still had 2. Oh, this is versus his brother. 8 rebounds, 2 steals is still decent. But is Detroit losing steam? They're still number 1 in the. I'm sorry, yeah, they're not really losing steam. They're still number 1 in the East, 7-3 in the last 10 games. So impressive win by the Rockets. The next one, Atlanta, they beat Suns. Unfortunately, Devin Booker was having a great game. His best game in a while, and then he left. He got hurt. So he's probably going to be out a week or two. 31 points, 5 threes. Devin Booker has been very disappointing this year. Next year, I highly doubt he's going to go in the maybe late second. Early second, folks probably not going to pick him. So, yeah, he's just been horrible. On a per game basis, 70, 80th ranked. Right? Other than points, he just doesn't really give you that much. So, but maybe, this game he hit a good game. Maybe, and it's not like Jalen Green ever played that much, played 4 minutes. So maybe they figure something out. But it doesn't matter because Phoenix, they're winning games. So I think Devin Booker is more than happy. Like, hey, I'm not having a great season, but my team is winning. It's all good. And of course, Jalen Green got hurt again. Is that right? Like, oh my goodness, this guy. And he's not known for his injury prone. I don't know. Mark Williams played just 21 minutes, had 3 steals. They gave, I think they liked the younger guy. Also, Iguodaro. And I'll look to stream him. 27 minutes off the bench, 7 rebounds, 2 steals. Just very solid fantasy player as well. Just like Ryan Down. Give those guys 30 minutes, they're going to put up good numbers, like good defensive stats, good rebound, and good efficiency. Royce O'Neal, not the best game. And, with Grayson Allen coming back, some of those role players, they're going to lose a few minutes. Grayson Allen, of course, is still a great three-point streamer, added 4 steals here as well. And Dylan Brooks continues to struggle. For the Atlanta Hawks, they started Corey Kispert, but really CJ McCollum is coming off the bench, played 30 minutes. Still, had a decent game, 21 points. So if you want to keep rostering him, I think it's okay. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 2 steals and block, 13 points is okay. And Okongwu, just being really, really good. Honestly, he's a great pick. Porzingis is out more than 50% of the time, so that means he's going to play 30-plus minutes. Porzingis should be back. When Porzingis is healthy, Okongwu still play 28 minutes, 30 minutes, so it's still not that big of a drop-off. So, yeah, great efficiency, hit 3 threes, he can do everything. And how about Jalen Johnson? 18 rebounds here. 9 assists, 23 points. He was struggling a little bit, first couple games since the trade. Now he's been good. But, 2 for 5 from the line. So, really, if I have to nitpick about Jalen Johnson, is the free throws. So, honestly, maybe he improved next year. On the season, I think he's still shooting a great percentage. He's a 15th ranked player. On the season, he's shooting 78%, which is still good. But, he's just 1 or 2 games away where he goes 2 for 5 again. He's going to drop to 75. And the problem with that is he gets to the line 5-6 times, which is not that high volume. It's kind of like a Julius Randle situation where you don't have to pound free throws with him. It's just kind of annoying, right? He's going to shoot high 70s. Some weeks he's going to shoot 90%, and some weeks he's going to shoot 50%. And on the weeks he shoots 50%, it's kind of tough for you to win free throws. Dyson Daniels, again, no defensive stats. He's completely cooked this year. That's a risk drafting, a one category guy early. Move on to the next one, the Celtics. This game went to double overtime. So the Brooklyn Nets, they got beat by the Knicks pretty bad. But, they're more locked in here. Peyton Pritchard had a big one, 32 points, 6 threes. One of his best game of the season. Not from a fantasy perspective. 32 points might be a season high, something like that. Good game, 6 threes. Maybe this game is start of something. He can start making some threes. Jaylen Brown's really struggled here, 20, but had a triple-double, but goes 5 for 10 from the line. So he's tired. They have a couple guys out from the Celtics. Derek White was out, so Baylor Shisherman played 34 minutes, 2 for 8. I think, if he starts, I don't know how bad Derek White's injury is. Let me see. If it's a one-time thing, if he continues to start, maybe not a bad idea to stream him. No, he's probable next game, so never mind. No, it's just for rest. But, I like what I seen from Fernie Salmon this game too. Played, not really, I'm sorry. Only 37 minutes, only 10 points. Luka Garza, he's very, very, his per minute production is very good, but he's just never going to play huge minutes. Same thing with Hugo. These 2 guys, they're energy guys off the bench. They're actually contributing to winning a lot. So, yeah. For the Brooklyn Nets, Michael Porter Jr., 30 points, 4 threes, great. And, there's already trade rumors like, hey, before Jimmy got hurt, Golden State was a pretty popular destination. Probably not anymore. Noah Clowney had 15 points, 9 rebounds, 42 minutes. Yeah, he's definitely could be rostered. He hasn't just surprised me with, or, I just haven't seen a game where, wow, we have to get this guy. Claxton, 9 rebounds, 2 blocks, good enough. And Cam Thomas is very close to droppable. Very, very close. I am inclined to hold him through the All-Star break. If after All-Star break, he's still coming off the bench, playing 20 minutes a night, and it's a drop. I don't think we, it might be a time where he start, there will be games where he goes for 30, but how often is that going to be? And yeah, clearly they don't want to develop him. Move on to the next one. The Sacramento Kings, fairly competitive game. They lost to the Cavs. Kings is another team. How much more are they going to play these guys? Sabonis finally had a great one. 30 minutes off the bench, 24 minutes, 16 points. 24 points, 16 rebounds, 6 assists. Dennis Schroeder played 31 minutes off the bench. And then the starters, Raynard plays just 10. Yeah, he's not. We don't need to roster him. Zach LaVine 22 minutes, Russell Westbrook 26 here. DeMar DeRozan had an okay game. So, yeah, they're giving bench guys more minutes because here bench guys play more. I really like Dylan Cardwell. Played 23 minutes. Of course, he doesn't need a lot of minutes to give you defensive stats because if he probably can't even play 30 minutes if he wants to because it's just too many fouls. 2 steals and 2 blocks. Super good energy guy. If you need blocks right now, I would even pick him up. Just 20 to 25 minutes in that. Malik Monk, 4-3, 16 points, pretty good, 7 assists. I wonder when they're going to pull the plug. Either trade people away or just not playing. Or just, rest the starters more. Maybe give it another month or two. Another month. Don't even need to wait for 2 months. In most leagues, your player probably start in a month. So honestly, if the guy is not, if you have Zach LaVine and he's playing 20 minutes every night and he sit out, it's a drop in playoffs. For the Cavs, I really like Jalen Tyson. Another game with big minutes, with Garland out, of course. With Garland healthy, he probably doesn't get. But for now, I think he needs to be rostered for sure. 17.7 rebound, 4 assists, and 3-3. Donovan Mitchell had 33 points. Jared Allen's minutes has been up, so that's good. But of course, it's because Garland is out, a couple other guys out. When everybody's healthy, is he going to play 33 minutes? Mobley had 4 blocks. That's great. 13 rebounds and 29 points. That's good. He got to have a big game versus the Kings. Moving on to the next one, the New Orleans Pelicans. They scored 100. It's a high-scoring game. 133, 127. And you know who popped off here? Sadiq Bey. 36 points, 6 threes. He needs to be rostered even before this game. So this game kind of solidifies it. He's not going to do this every game. But the minutes, the usage, there's enough for him. Zion Williamson finally starts starting. 24 points, 11 rebounds, 6 for 11 from the free throw line. I'm going to try to sell Zion if I can. If I can get a top 30 player, top 40 player back, maybe try to trade him to a team that's pounding free throws, right? They might value him a little bit more and get good value back. I just, with Zion, with how the team, for sure they're not going anywhere this year. So they're going to rest him a little bit more. You just have to deal with a lot of other BS. Derek Queen, just 27 minutes. I just wish they could play him more. But, he turned the ball over a lot. He also fouled a lot. But you can see why, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, right? 3 steals. Pretty good game overall still. Trey Murphy, 32 points, 2 3, 12 for 12 on the line. He's the best fantasy player, and I will also try to ship him, to be honest. And Herbert Jones, a lot of defensive stats. Yes, we can stream him, but the minutes just a little bit unpredictable and inconsistent. And, because this game they played the Grizzlies, high-paced game, so everybody's number looked kind of good. Missy also came off the bench, had 8 rebounds. If you want to have him, that's also stream him for some rebounds and blocks. That's also fine. For the Grizzlies, how about Jock Landale and Cam Spencer? Cam Spencer played just 20 minutes. I guess he was in a little bit of foul trouble. Really good game. He only took 9 shots. 21 points, 11 assists, 4 threes. Love him. Love his fantasy. A lot of assists, some threes, fairly efficient. But of course, if Ja doesn't get traded, he's not going to have a lot of playing time. And Ja Landale too, we don't know when, to be honest, if Zach Edey is going to come back this year at all. So, yeah, after this, and Aldama was out this game too. So, of course, he's going to come in and just dominate. 2 threes, 11 rebounds, still in the block, 24 points. Jaren Jackson Jr. had a good game. And finally, good to see him getting those blocks, man. 1 steal and 4 blocks. He's waking up just a little bit the last couple of weeks. Good game offensively, too. 10 for 11 from the line. But just too bad they couldn't get the win, The Grizzlies, they are sitting at 12th seed. So they also need to make some decisions. I mean, they can still fight for the 10th seed. Um, but yeah, I guess the bigger question is what are they doing with John Moran? They're gonna trade him. It seems like his trade value is very, very low right now. The next one is the Pacers. Yeah, this is a surprise. Well, consider everybody is out on OKC, but still, you're at home. You're playing the Pacers. I think they are the big favorite coming in, but they lost to the Pacers last year's finals rematch. Andrew Nembhard popped off with 27 points, 11 assists, and great. Aaron Nesmith, 17 points. He probably should be rostered. He's gonna be up and down, and when that's another thing with Pacers is just he played 36 minutes. Next game he could just play 28, 27, and 20 minutes of Aaron Nesmith is not enough. We need him to play over 30, at least 30, 33. Siakam started at the center, so interesting rosters. They just did not play J Huff. Let's hold on to J Huff. This is the matchup issue. Siakam had an okay game, and Julius Walker had 26 points. Yeah, big game from him, but the efficiency 7 for 11 is a little bit, Let's see how the minute goes. But even Julius Walker gets 30 minutes. I'm not a big fan in fantasy. Just doesn't get enough defensive stats. But a great win by the Pacers. For OKC, Shea dropped 47 points, but just was not enough. 12 for 12 from the line. Shed Holmgren had a good game, plus 13, 25 points, 13 rebounds, and 3 blocks. With Jalen Williams out, so far he's the biggest beneficiary. More usage, a little bit more minutes too. Lou Dort was horrible. 35 minutes was a minus 17. The rest of the guys, they also have AJ Mitchell out. So Isaiah Joe played 30 minutes. He didn't do anything here. Kendrick Williams played 28 minutes. We could stream him. With all the guys out, we can definitely stream Isaiah Joe. Eric Wiggins is also out. Was also out. So these guys we can stream with Jalen Williams out. Yeah, one of OKC's problem is they don't have consistent 3-point shooting. Though they do have a lot of great 3-point shooters, but yeah, maybe it's just a rough night from the 3. Pacers shot the ball well. The next one, the Nuggets. They beat the Bucks on the road with no Jokic, and they just find a way to keep winning games. And last night, they started Zeke Naji at the center. And they didn't even have Peyton Watson. They didn't have Jamal Murray. So at some point, it's like, okay, you gotta. The coaching is doing something here, right? Elderman is doing something here. Good. Just look at the roster. They still beat the Bucks. Aaron Gordon also played 16 minutes. I'm just confused how they're able to pull this game out. How they're able to win this one. They had nobody. They really had nobody this game. Obviously, guys gonna come back. I don't think, Valanciunas was also out. I don't think we need to. And they didn't even shoot the ball well. 30%, 40% from the field, 30%. So how did they win this? Because I don't know how Giannis only only 8 shots. I guess they would just keep throwing double team at him. But you got a bunch of 3-point shooters. I guess they couldn't make enough shots. They also shot just 30%, and they are at home too. I don't know if Giannis is just not hungry. They got to figure out a way to trade him. For Giannis' sake, Giannis is just not winning anything here, and obviously, for him, I feel like the front office just hasn't done enough to build a roster around him. When your second best player is, they had Damian Lillard. They did try, but this year it's like, who's the second best player? Kevin Porter Jr., Ryan Rollins, Miles Turner, Bobby Portis. It's just not enough, Miles Turner had a good game. 1 steal and 6 blocks. It's finally good to see him. And Ryan Rollins, Kevin Porter Jr. is going to be out for a while, so good for Ryan Rollins. He should have a big second half as well. We look at the last game of the night, the Toronto Raptors. They beat Portland. Raptors, this road trip, they are just winning games left and right. They're third right now in the East. Have a lot of momentum. And then they're now ahead of the Knicks. And oh my God, how about Scotty? 6 blocks, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists, 15 points. Good stuff from him. RJ played just 21 minutes. I don't think RJ is a must roster. If you need points, you could have him. But just played 21 minutes here. Emmanuel quickly, he keep it hot. 20 points again, 8 rebounds, 7 assists with 2 steals and 2 threes as well. Love what Emmanuel has been doing. For the majority of the season, he's been quiet. Just give you 15, 16 points. But, lately, he has really stepped up. Brandon Ingram had 21. Yeah, he's getting those defensive stats too. Love to see it. 2 steals and a block. And for the Portland Trailblazers, they are dealing with injuries right now. And Drew Holiday, if he's on the waiver wire, I will pick him up. Play just 22 minutes here. At some point, he goes back to 30, and he should have good good value. Danny Advia has been out. I did not realize that. He's been out. So Shannon Sharp gets to take 23 shots and score just 21 points. I don't know what is the coaching staff. Just give him the green light. Just shoot whatever shot you want. And he's not efficient. So at some point, it's, you got to tell the guy, like, hey, it's fine to do you, but if you're not having a great night, maybe take some fewer shots. Or look for better shots. You got 24 seconds in the shot clock. I'm interested to see, how those 23 field goals look like. Could they run the clock a little bit more, try to find a better shot? Donovan played just 29 minutes for whatever reason. 16 rebounds and 3 steals is good. And Kamara had a steal and a block. For this team, yes, I think we got to pick up Drew Holiday and see how he does. They are competitive. They're the 9th seed, so they're fighting for that playoff spot. Because the Warriors are going other way now. Like 8th spot might be open, right? They can just slide right in. All right, that's it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.